what 2025 was, but she wasn't it. Today is the day where goal setting, vision board, up my Notion for January. Let's talk about my 100 wish list. Happy New Year, happy 2026. I am actually filming this in the last week of December, but you will not be seeing it until January, so happy New Year. I spent some time in the living room by the tree before I take it down, just soaking it in, reflecting on the past year, because today is the day where we do our goal setting, we do our vision board. I set up my Notion for January, and I just like do all of the things that most people do before a new year. So cheers to first chapter of 12 and to an amazing year. So what I'm basically gonna do right now is I'm going to go on my computer. We're gonna start setting up the Notion because I am just going to start writing down my goals, and then from there we're going to break it down into the year. I'm going to try a new system this year. Typically I just do a vision board and make a list and like call it a day, but I want to try being more intentional and organized and break it down by quarters for the year to help me achieve my goals, because I don't know what 2025 was, but she wasn't it. This past year has been so chaotic and crazy, both in good and bad ways. And so 2026 is really going to be the year we flourish, you know? 2026 is going to be the year. So in order for that to happen, I feel like I just need to be extra organized with setting up my goals and all of those fun things. Page of just a reflection, and I broke it down kind of into categories of how I want my vision board to be, which I normally do anyway. I normally have categories for my vision board, but I did money, habits, relationships, career, and then personal / hobbies. We are just gonna go through and start typing away our goals. Like 2 hours. I did like a deep dive into my finances, my goals. My process was I just listed out all of my goals on a piece of paper, and then I kind of divvied it up quarter by quarter and then month by month. So like, for example, I want to read 70 books this year. So how many books would I have to read a month to hit the 70 goal? And it was around 6. So I listed under each month, like read 6 books. And then another goal of mine, which kind of ties into that, is to reduce my TBR. So I kind of went through, I didn't do it for the whole year, but for the first 3 months, I pretty much made my first 3 months of my TBR books that I already have that I need to read. So I'll just kind of quickly show you what it looks like on my Notion. Here is just like my general dashboard that I do month per month. As you can see, it still says December. We're going to change it in a little bit. But under here, I have like my yearly goals. We will talk about this wish list in a few minutes, but if you click on 2026 goals, I have all of my quarters listed, and then down here I just have some like random home projects that I want to take care of this year. And as I accomplish goals, I will just check them off the list, and I feel like this will be a really good system to keep me accountable and to reaching these goals. And also like they're broken down by month, so when I change out my monthly like dashboard planner page, that was the home page that I showed you, I can literally just copy and paste things onto it to actually ensure that I have these goals top of mind and they're not just sitting in a sub page. So I don't have everything listed on there because some of my goals would be kind of redundant to put on there. Like I want to continue to do Pilates twice a week. I want to walk twice a week. Like to put that on there would be a little too much. So we have those goals. There are a few that aren't on there that should be on there that I will eventually add. Like one of my goals this year is I want to take a Spanish class or a French class, but it's going to require me doing some research into how I go about doing it and like how much it costs and all that things before I stick it in to my quarters, because like maybe it's only offered in the spring, maybe it's only like a summer course. So I need to do some research to see before I input that in there. So now what I'm going to work on is this monthly planner dashboard. I switch it out every month. I change the colors. So this is the before, and then I will show you the after once I'm done. We have made our little January dashboard and have mostly filled it out. It's not fully filled out because like I don't have all my January plans yet, but I did like literally right now just to go through the month and book my eyebrow appointment, my nail appointment, an eye exam, and a physical. I do a physical every year. I also want to check in on my cholesterol, and at the end of January will be 6 months since the news. So we're gonna do the physical with the blood work. We have an eye exam because it's been like 3 years since I've had my eyes examined. And I don't think that my prescription has changed. Like I can still see fine in these, but I just think it's always good just to check on your eye health. And if these glasses are still good, because I don't hate them, I want to put my insurance money towards a pair of prescription sunglasses, because that would just be so lovely to be able to drive with prescription sunglasses and then switch them out instead of wearing contacts when I don't really want to. So we have that. We have our nail appointment done because these are really grown out. We need January nails, and then eyebrows for my free eyebrow that came with my little stocking stuffer. Very excited for that. So I feel like we're halfway done. We're through the thick of it, guys. So I'm going to show you my little dashboard and what it looks like so far. Here is the top of the page. Don't mind the Pinterest. I was just looking for a calendar. So we have the month title. And then as we scroll down, we have just an overview of the calendar. And then if I click on this link here, it takes me into a actual like monthly calendar. It's still going to be in December because we're in December. But if we go to January, I still have to fill this out with things that I have planned, but that's what that link does. And then as we scroll, habits, we have workout tracker. This is very simple. I don't always use this, and this part like doesn't work on this, but here we have just the weeks and then the type of workouts, and then I can kind of track here, and then I can make notes of things that happen. I then have a book tracker. And so over here I have like kind of the books that I've started, and then here is what I want to read. These were the rest of the books from January, and then this is from 2025, but I think I'm just going to continue it. It's pretty much like my ratings. And then on this side I'll put like if it's for my book club or if it's part of the curriculum I set for myself. And then on the bottom we have this blank because we haven't read any books in 2026. This is how much I read in 2025, and then my 2026 reading goal. On this side we have my monthly goals, which I feel pretty good about this. I think that there's still a few more I can't remember, so you know, TBD on that. We have my appointments, and then over here we have trips and events. So these are my Disneyland bookings that I have so far. I'm sure this will get filled out as we go on through the month. And then we have social media. This is kind of where I just write down ideas or things that I want to do for sure. Again, not super filled out because I don't want to do that today, honestly. These two I already knew about, and this one is like a monthly thing that I do, so that was easy to fill out. Here we have my yearly goals. So this is my 2026 100 list. I will talk about it in a second, and then I just copied and pasted, like I said, the Q1 goals for January right here. Let's talk about my 100 wish list. This is something that I started in, I think, like 2023, and I don't ever really talk about it or tell people about it that I do this, but last year I shared this with my friend and she absolutely loved it and she started doing it for herself. My 100 list is essentially a wish list for the year of 100 things I want to happen, and they can be super practical, like going to the doctor, all the way to like a stretch wish, which is like getting invited randomly to a Club 33 dinner. So every year I make a list of 100 items between the end of December and like the first week or two of January, because 100 is a lot of things and sometimes it takes a second to think of them. So I literally just make one giant list, and as they come true, I mark them off. And then it's cool to see at the end of the year how many you've accomplished. 2024 was a crazy one for me. This is when I really saw manifestation happening for the first time in like a large scale for me. I made this list at the end of December 2023, and on it I put reach items like go to Paris, go to London, go to Hawaii, go to New York. Like it had so much travel on it, and it actually happened in 2024. I had no idea about any of those trips. None of them. And they all happened. It's just really fun to put things on there that you don't have any plans of like making them happen and then seeing them happen. And it's just really fun. So I have a full span. I don't have my list made yet. I think I only have 13 things on it so far, and they're really random. Always have eat at Club 33. That one has yet to come true, but you know what? I have a feeling 2026 is going to be the year. Like I said, they're random goals all over the place, and I put fun ones on there, I put crazy ones on there, I put practical ones on there. I feel like nobody really does this. I just list 100 things you want to happen. Nothing's too crazy. It's really, you just have to go in with the mindset that it's like for funsies, and you can't take it too seriously. Like you can't be mad at yourself if you don't get everything. And it's just fun to see like what happens throughout the year and what you can cross off. Now that I have my Notion pretty much squared away, at least at a really good starting point for me to just add on, I am now going to move on to making my vision board, and I'm so excited. This is the fun part for me. This is like the work part, is doing the computer stuff and like getting organized and putting a system in place, and then the vision board is just like the creative funsy aspect. So I'm gonna work on my vision board and I will show it to you in a little bit. We have finished the vision board. Every year I pick a word to describe how my year is going to be, and this year I chose shine. I really want to just get back to having my sparkle back. Like I feel like 2025 really drained me, and so this coming year is my time to shine, where it's just going to be an amazing year and like all my dreams come true. This vision board I'm going to put on my Notion at the bottom, so I just always have it. And then on my personal laptop, because this is my work laptop, on my personal laptop, I'm going to make it my screensaver. And then I recently saw that you can create a widget that circles through a Pinterest board pages. So I did save all of these images in Pinterest before I downloaded them and put them into Canva. So I think we're gonna do that on my iPad and my phone, which I think it's gonna be so fun. Like I'm so excited. The only thing is figuring out where to put it on each device is always the thing. But I think I'm going to end this vlog here. Thank you so much for coming along with me as I plan for the year and set my goals and create my vision board, and I'm really excited for 2026. I really feel like it's gonna be such a good year. And I hope it's a great year for all of you. Always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.